ahead. What's changing for you? We're going to look into any changes that's coming that's really big for you. My name is Drea. I know I've been gone for a long time, but it basically was just about my healing and growth. And I needed to take some time to myself, but I always knew I would come back. Okay, let's choose our pals, and we're going to get straight into it. Okay, and welcome to all those who are new. Hello, pal one. Okay, let's get into your reading. The title of the reading today is Big Energies Ahead. What's changing for you? And your significated card is Optimism, a card of consciousness. I already pulled the rest of your cards. Let's look at them. You have Stillness, Courage. Let me be open to courageously take the steps that are shown. And Strength. Okay, I didn't see these three cards. All right, let's pull your tarot. What big changes lie ahead for pile one? Okay. Your first card is a Ten of Wands, Judgment, the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, and the Two of Cups. It's interesting you got the Two of Cups because this is in an outcome position with optimism. This is talking about being more optimistic when it comes to love too. But I do feel like you've been in a place where things have been kind of still or stuck. Maybe feeling like just not hopeful or had a lot of issues, a lot of stagnancy with stillness. But this is a time maybe to reflect. I feel like you've been going through a time of reflection. And now I see the biggest change for you is being more optimistic about the future because it's saying you got a lot of positivity coming in. And for some of y'all, especially when it comes to relationships, with the Two of Cups being an outcome, I feel like one change you're going to have is to be more optimistic and to have a lot more courage when it comes to the type of things that you want to bring into your life, even if it's relationships. Like maybe you had your heart broken before. And so now and it kind of closed you off to relationships. And now you get into a place where you more open. You had a strength to, connect with other people. This doesn't necessarily have to be, this could be a project, creative project. It could be so many different things, but your current vibe, we got the Ten of Wands. Let's see. Why is the Ten of Wands here? Why is the Ten of Wands here for current vibe? The Four of Cups. Yeah. So right now you just feel like you have a lot on your plate. Maybe not feeling so optimistic, a whole lot of responsibilities. You could be carrying a lot of hurt and pain, but you just feel like you weighed down and you just not happy about it with the Four of Cups. It's like everything, I got so much going on and I just feel weighed down by my by how much stuff I have going on. But then underneath the deck, you got the Two of Wands. And this is about wanting something new, wanting to go down a new path, tired of things being the way that they are. Temperance. Yeah. Just ready for something new. And the good thing is that it's coming. In the build up, like what's stirring beneath the surface, you had Judgment. And that goes hand in hand with with optimism. Let's see. Let's stir in. Why is Judgment here? Death. Yeah. This is like what's happening beneath the surface with everything you're going through. It's the like the strength, the energy to kind of revive yourself and feel more optimistic, of course, and put it into what you've been carrying, what you've been going through. So I feel like for this group, you finally get into a place where you know that it's time for change, and you start to feel like you even have the strength and the resources, even maybe even the mind frame to do it. Where at first, where right now you kind of feel like, ugh, it's kind of like, man, I'm not feeling the way things are going. It's too much. And then it's like all of a sudden what's stirring beneath the surface is something come out of you to help you get out this situation. You start to find solutions. You start to see more positive energy come around you. Like, hey, I can just like say if this is about finances, for instance, it's like, hey, I can just do this to create more finances. Or if this about love, maybe it's time for me to close the door on that relationship. Even if you already have closed the door, it's something about it that's still lingering in your energy. So that's what this is talking about. But it's like now you're starting to look at everything with a more positive view, like it can be changed. Let's look at what's coming in hot. You had a Knight of Pentacles, which kind of is a card of moving forward, maybe planning. Let's see, why is the Knight of Pentacles here? I swear I didn't get these readings in so long. I feel like a newbie all over again. Okay. You had a few cards came out. Look, you got the King of Pentacles. That's kind of like standing, look, and the King of Wands. So things could have been moving slow for you. What's coming in hot is like, it's like you starting to take the steps to finally put whatever you've been going through to an end, and you know, take the action to make it better, to move on to something better. And you got a lot of indications. Look, you got the Knight of Pentacles, and then you got a turtle here. A lot of slow energy. So it's been a lot of slow energy. Almost feel like you've been on standstill, and that's coming to an end. I feel like for some of y'all with the Page of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles, this could be you and a partner going through this. But it also can be some of you guys meeting someone new. Or like if you guys are a couple, it's like, because I see someone making an offer to someone too. So that could definitely be a part of it. A relationship is definitely indicated for some of you guys. But this is like a more stable relationship where you two get each other, because you got the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. And it's like this king is offering something to the queen. Okay? I feel like a lot of y'all, even under the deck, you got the Five of Cups and the Eight of Swords. So it's like that energy of sadness and like feeling stuck in it. I can't move forward. Things is not moving away. I would hope for it to go. But now you're going to see a significant change, especially with the World card. That indicates a cycle that you closing out, a cycle that could have been really heavy for you and completely unsatisfying. But that's the good thing, is that that's leaving. Okay. And I feel like with the King of Wands, you finally feel like you had a power to do it too, to kind of do what needs to be done. You're not just, I don't know, it's just kind of, your reading kind of got this energy of discouragement, like it's like over it type of energy. But now that's the good thing, is that you finally coming out of that. And for where action to take, look, a card all about action, the Knight of Swords. So let's see, why is the Knight of Swords here for what action to take? What action should pile one take? Why is the Knight of Swords here? We know that's a card of movement and focusing. Okay. Oh, look, you got the Moon and the Nine of Wands. Okay, so when it comes to actions to take, especially with the Moon and Nine of Wands, you might, it's time for you to start focusing on the future, start moving on, you know, with a sense of optimism. But I'm gonna let you know now, with the Moon coming out, everything is not gonna be clear. Like there's gonna still be some uncertainty, but it's still an indicator here is to keep going, to persevere. You know, focus on moving on from whatever you've been going through. Okay, so that's very important, especially with the Moon, because you might have fears come up. But according to this reading, your outcome is the Two of Cups. Whether this is just you finding someone in love, this could be this could be the universe, God, source, encouraging you to open yourself back up to relationships. And it can also be just the Two of Cups is sometime a card I see when somebody loves something. Like sometimes I'll see that card as like, say you have a creative endeavor that you put to the side because you've been going through so much. It's like that. Like it's almost like you love doing something so much. It's a farm of a soulmate, if that makes sense. I know I see it like that sometimes. Let's look underneath the deck. The Nine of Wands, the Nine of Swords, I mean. So make sure you don't let worry like defeat you. Worry about things not going right, because that is showing up. I seen it with the moon too. Letting yourself overthinking, and to the point to where you lose focus and you start worrying about all that can go wrong. Okay, this is what you don't want. Let's look at the outcome. Why is the Two of Cups is in the outcome? Let's see where this could lead you. This is the outcome, potential power here, and where it could lead you. Let's see. Why is the Two of Cups here for the outcome, where this can lead for pile one? Uh-oh. Okay. Okay, so the Two of Cups, you got the Fool, and he flipped out in reverse. The Queen of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like this is where at first you was kind of scared to take any risks, especially when it comes to relationships. I feel like now more you focusing on something new. This could lead to you focusing on new beginnings, okay? And just being open and receptive to it. Receptive to something new and loving and stable, okay? And then you got the Four of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. If this is a relationship, it's definitely a good one, a long-lasting relationship. You have the potential to leave everything behind and have a relationship that you desire, okay? But then again, there go that worrying about the past repeating itself. And it's almost like if we can get rid of everything that past, then you can actually have a good future. Because I do see with this, you just don't want to make reckless moves, especially when it comes to your heart, with the Fool in reverse, which is understandable. But then I feel like with the Queen of Swords there, with a sense of discernment, then you won't have the same, whatever happened in the past when it comes to relationship, with a sense of discernment, you won't have that same thing happen again. Because it's like it grown you in a sense. Now, basically what I want to look at now is like a shadow when it comes to this. Like what shadow or challenges you may face with this. And this is not to scare you. This is basically to bring awareness to it, okay? What shadow or challenges could pile one face with these changes coming ahead? And the reason we want to look at this, because we don't want to block or distort the energy. We want it to flow in just as it's supposed to, okay? So let's see. You got the Seven of Cups, the Tower, the Page of Wands. Huh. Fortune. Give me one more. Shadow energy. Okay. I feel like one of your biggest challenges is going to be like the release of it, okay? Like just really releasing it and becoming like this card. The Page of Wands can be a really optimistic person. It's like trying something new, doing something different. So for you, one of your biggest challenges is going to, and that can distort your energy, is not being willing to try something new. Okay. And it's like, deep down inside, you like, even if the Nine of Pentacles, if this is in regards to work or something that you want to create, or even if it's relationships, just stepping into that relationship, being your full, complete self and being comfortable with that. I feel like, or you may have challenges even in relationship with hiding certain parts of yourself. Okay, and that may distort things from coming up, because then you won't really find someone who can love and cherish you for you. So that could be one of the things. If this is about business or a creative endeavor, this is about doing things your own way, just and doing things in a different way, learning how to create a new environment for yourself, and not staying stuck in the same one. Look, this is about trying again. The food, even though I tried before, even whether it's relationship, whether it's business, it's still saying try again, because this is the food 2.0. It's two foods in this deck. It's the food and it's the food 2.0. Okay, so that's about taking a leap of faith again, knowing, figuring out what you want, and then trying again, and not staying where you at, because you're definitely not happy where you at. So it's not staying where you at, just be out of fear of being hurt in the future. And that's what this that's going to be your biggest challenge. Let's get a little bit more cards. Okay, and that's why you have courage and strength. It's going to take that. When I see the cards courage and strength together, I feel like it's telling you that this is okay. And this is not the scary neither. Like, it's going to be a little challenging. Okay. However, it can be done. It's like you have to push yourself a little bit. So be aware of that. Okay. I got two. Oh, that's three of them. Okay. We'll take those three. Freedom of choice. Your choices are yours to make. Don't allow others to make choices for you. Right. And that could go way back to like what other people have done to you. Don't allow the mistakes of one person or they shadiness to kind of keep you in a place of your unhappiness just out of protection. That person you don't deserve to suffer because of that person. Like, they don't deserve that from you. And look, remember I was talking about getting outside that comfort zone. Stretch yourself. It's time to move past your comfort zone and into the unknown. There you go. And then we have healing cocoon of light. Your angels come to you now and surround you in a healing cocoon made of light. And I've had this card come out for me a few times, and it actually worked. So you do have support, especially in the spiritual realm. Your angels are supporting you, but make sure the choices you make are made for the benefit of you. I know it's hard to kind of start over again, but what I'm seeing, your biggest change is just a different cycle, another cycle that you can actually love to be in, feel more optimistic, and a lot of personal power and positive energy coming your way. Okay, that's all I have for you. I hope this helps. Bye. Welcome, Pal 2. Okay, let's get into your reading. Today we're looking at big energies ahead. What's changing for you? And you have the card of commitment. I show significant card. Okay, I pulled through these three out already. Okay, you have power, humility, and elegance. Okay, let's get your tarot. Pile 2 energy. What big energy lies ahead for Pile 2? What's changing for them? I already did a little shuffling before the video. You have the Seven of Swords, the Two of Wands, Temperance, the Two of Pentacles, and Seven of Pentacles. Let me see all that right. At the underneath the deck, we had a Page of Swords. It seems like something about underlining, learning to walk away from stuff that doesn't serve you. Okay, but in your current I'm gonna start here with humility coming out, and then power. I feel like you've been in a place where you kind of felt helpless in some sense or another. Maybe things wasn't going right, because it says on here. Let me see if I can get it to show. Okay, allow me, divine, to always accept the right assistance. I welcome your help in every way and delight in receiving it. So maybe just needing some direction, some a place to go to because this is about stepping into your power. And then you have the card of commitment. Let's see. But in your current vibe, we have the Seven of Swords. So let's see what that's all about. Let's see. Why is the Seven of Swords here for where Pile 2 is now? And this time I'm going to shuffle so the right card can come out. Well, I'll allow reversals. That's why I say that. Okay. Two of Cups and the Fool. So this definitely could be about relationships. I feel like with this group right now, when it comes to, because see, underneath here we have new beginnings, and that's with this deck. The power to start over again. You have thriving under there and success. It's kind of giving me that vibe there. Right now you feel like, give me a little bit more for the Seven of Swords. What is the Seven of Swords? Like, if you feel betrayed by relationships. Hangman in reverse. And the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands in reverse is a card where upright is persevering, setting boundaries. But then in reverse, it's actually a Leo card about personal power, belief in self. But maybe you letting go of that, like the lack of belief in self, and that's where the power come from. Maybe feeling like you needed some help in order to gain your personal strength and power, especially when it comes to relationship. I feel like you've been deceived by other people. It's like you feel like you went into relationships. This could possibly be a connection that you went into, and you felt like it was like you jumped into it. It feel like wholeheartedly, and that person lied. That person betrayed you. That's definitely what's here, and it's not even have to be like a romantic relationship. This could be in friendships too. So I feel like you coming into a place where you opening yourself up to like new relationships, things that are better. Let's get a little bit more though. What lies, and in this position, this is a card about what's what's shifting, like what's stirring beneath the surface. You had the Two of Wands. And also with these two, I was just telling group one the same thing, that sometimes I see the Two of Cups as like something you love to do too. Like it's just like almost feel like a soulmate. And this is about what's stirring beneath the surface with the Chariot and the Two of Wands. This is about choosing which way, how choosing to move forward in life and to go towards the things that makes you happy, believing in yourself. You have a lot, especially with the Seven of Wands underneath here. That's just saying that, things came against you, and you felt like you didn't have the personal power or the personal strength to kind of like deal with it. You felt like you was way in over your head. And with elegance, I see like it's shifting to a place where you could do it with some form of grace. Like it's going to almost look easy to you. Whereas you feel that you had to humble yourself, or maybe just felt, I can't even say it. It's just like that strike of power. A lot of the other reading was a little bit about empowerment too. Okay. So just know that what's stirring beneath the surface is this is you choosing to go about things a different way. And you with the Chariot, it's like not letting things deter you, You like, even if something comes up that may not be favorable, I feel like I see you doing, like, figuring it out, and standing in your power, believing in yourself, letting go of that mentality, or the feeling that I'm not strong enough, I can't do it. It's like you releasing that, because the hangman this way could be holding on to something, keeping yourself stuck, needing to shift your perspective. But I see a shift in your perspective now, and the shift in your perspective, this would be like disempowerment, or this could be even other people, like saying, pointing out your flaws, not believing in you. It could be stuff like that. And I see you coming out of that and starting to do things the way you want to do it. Whether this is in relationships or in like your career, because there is a sense of a commitment here with something. Okay, this third card here is Temperance. This is about what's coming in hot, like the big energy that's coming in. And this is Temperance. Let's see, why is Temperance here for what's coming in hot? Oh, look, the Empress. I feel like this Empress is you, whether masculine or feminine. It's a feminine energy, but it's an energy of abundance, the energy to give life to things. And it's like being at peace with the Five of Cups, things that didn't work out, whether it be relationships or just endeavors you went on. It's like you coming out of this and you just like kind of laying that to rest, and kind of see, this is where you fell down and out and you're sad about it. Things ended. Maybe someone betrayed you and it's like it really hurt you. And so now it's like you coming into your own power, but the way you doing it with empress and elegance, almost gonna be like impressive. It's gonna look like, how in the heck did somebody do that? Even if this is relationships, you're gonna just carry yourself in relationships where some people get hurt and they kind of turn bitter and sour and kind of be mean to people. I see you just still remaining kind of, because you underneath this deck with elegance, look, you have innocence and then bravery. It's like I'm able to start over and do stuff, but with such grace, to where it almost, and you have abundance underneath there. And I shuffled these decks when off camera, okay? To where it's almost like no matter what this person has been through, masculine or feminine, you in a place where you could never tell. You could never tell that that person have been through all of that. And it's coming from a great place. I think your biggest commitment is your commitment to yourself and not letting other people override that. Let's look at the actions to take. For actions to take, you have the Two of Pentacles. Let's see what this is all about. Why is the Two of Pentacles here for actions to take? Two of Pentacles is a card of priorities, or needing to, shuffle things around. What action to take? Okay. Look at that. It's interesting you got them going two different ways. For what action to take. It's almost like weighing your options. The actions you should take is weighing your options. Because they're going two different ways, and the Two of Pentacles is like a card of balance. So that's interesting. This is about weighing your options. What direction do you want to go in? And then whatever direction that is, whether it's learning something new or pursuing something you passionate about, it's like the type of relationships you do want. What it like, say if this is about relationships, like what do you desire in a relationship, But with something about this got that vibe of you have to weigh your options to figure out what action suits you best, and then commit to that, and just know that you have the power to do that. And even if, like, with humility, even if, like, I feel like you're going all, like, even if you need help, it's okay to ask for help. That's underneath here. Look, the Queen of Swords. And look, that's breaking free, like looking towards the future, and then being receptive with that, focused on that. Anything that don't align with what you want, this is about choosing your direction. Anything don't align with what you want, then it has to go. Let's look at your outcome, the power potential, where this could lead you. You have the Seven of Pentacles there. Why is the Seven of Pentacles here? Like the Hierophant. That's another card of commitment. Six of Cups. That's interesting. There's a Seven of Pentacles, Six of Cups. Give me a little bit more. This is unclear to me. Where could this lead? Why is the Seven of Pentacles and the Six of Cups here? Death. Good. So this could lead you to everything that in your past, everything you've been through, all the things you invested in, and maybe you haven't got a return on investment with the Death card. It's like ending that and starting over. Like even if, say this is a project that you did in the past and it didn't work out then. So, but now it's like, instead of constantly reevaluating that, it's like reevaluating that from a sense of hopelessness. You're gonna do it like this. Let me see how I invested or how I did things. I may want to return to that project. I may want to return to a new relationship. But it's like it leads you to a place where you know what not to do no more. And then it's like what needs to change. I can cut out that energy of like investing in stuff that leads nowhere, putting my energy in relationships that don't really go nowhere, and dealing with more solid connections, or even at ventures for that matter. See, you just feel like things are getting better with the Six of Swords and the Queen of Cups, the Ten of Cups, and then it's like building something that you can truly be happy with. But it leads you to kind of reevaluate everything from the past and cut out what needs to be cut with that Death card, so you can move on and build the life you want. So right now I feel like you're in more of a transitional stage with the Death card, but it leads to better. But it does take some reevaluation and stuff like that, and not from a sad point of view, from a place of empowerment. Now we're gonna look at like what challenges can come, okay? And from there, this is not to scare you. This is strictly to bring it to your awareness, okay? So because we don't want whatever is going on, this transition, what's changing ahead, we don't want nothing to stop that. We want that to keep going. And we don't want no distortion in the energy or any blockages. That's what this is for, to be aware of this, because it may block or distort the energy. Okay. Got the Six of Wands at the bottom. I love the bottom of the deck. It's kind of like the underlying energy. You got the High Priestess, the Page of Cups, and the Three of Wands. Okay. So to me, it's like you know deep down inside what you want already. I wouldn't have to tell you that. Or you may kind of, after doing this reevaluation, you may like come up with a plan and like things you want to incorporate in your life and stuff you want to create, right? But there is a sense here of letting disappointment, sadness, heartbreak from the past stop you. It's like, okay, I'm gonna create this, but then it's like, oh, I don't want to be disappointed again. I don't want to end up heartbroken again. So you don't take that chance on bringing in a new relationship, okay? Because look at this. Underneath the deck, you have the Five of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, the Eight of Cups, and then the Six of Wands. And then you have the Ace of Wands here with the Four of Cups, Pentacles. I'm going to get into all this. It's basically like a comfort zone. It's like you built this kind of wall or shell around yourself out of fear of being hurt because of all you've been through, the Nine of Wands under here. So there's an opportunity here, but an insecurity might be what stops you from taking it. And just it's like, nah, just leave it out. But it's just saying, like, go towards it, focus on it. And anything else that don't align, move away from it. You'll have success. So basically, even if you go along your journey with this change, you can walk away. Like if you notice things, like say you made your plan, everything going right, or you decide to go get back out and dating, it's like your boundaries is not non-negotiable is what I'm getting, and you'll have success. Okay, let's get a couple more cards. I got one of them. I'm going to pull 3, and then we're going to close the reading. Oh, or 4. It is what it is. Heart and heart. Look, don't allow the situation to make you bitter, cold, and aloof. Let's see what these say. Look, freedom of choice. Your choices are yours to make. Don't allow others to make choices for you. This actually came out in Pile 1. Collaboration. Say yes to the exciting new opportunities and partnerships that are on their way to you now. There you go. It's kind of like everything we talked about. Heart of compassion. There are many people around you who benefit from your loving, compassionate heart. And that's not being closed off to something just because of somebody else wrongdoing or fake tendencies. Okay, path of least resistance. When all doors seem closed, it is because you haven't not tried to open the correct one just yet. And that could pertain to opportunities or to relationships. You know, sometimes we look at that relationship and we thought it was everything and it didn't work out. Well, that's could be because there's something better, someone else better out there for you that can appreciate your compassionate heart, you know, and that it won't take it and hurt it. And, you know, and it's just like with freedom of choice, I kind of feel like that's that card where you, and hard is like allowing situations to close you off to living the best life you possibly can. So the biggest change for you is just not letting hold people or like past situations hold you back. You're going to move forward and you're going to be non-negotiable with your boundaries and also step into your personal power because it's there. And the way I see you doing it with this elegance card and innocence is going to be, and that could even say and symbolize starting over, especially with the food, you know. But I just see you doing it in such a beautiful way that it kind of look easy to everybody else. Okay, that's what I have for you. Hope this helps. Bye. Hi, Pal 3. Welcome to your reading. Okay, today we're gonna do a reading about big energies ahead. What's changing for you? Your significator card is the Sacred Temple Spirit. You have taken a risk. You have expansiveness. Eternity is far more creative than the rigid, constrained, and exhausted ego. And compassion. You know what I see what's changing for you? It's a way of thinking, mainly. It's maybe you could feel a little confused right now about whether you should take a risk or do something. Let's see. What big energies ahead for Pal 3? It seems like it's something you want to do. It could be more in the spiritual realm, like maybe some type of spiritual work. But this card talks about taking time to meditate, and you'll get the answers you need. So if you're confused about something, you may need to just take some time to go within to get the answers that you need. Or this could be an indicator that what's changing for you is things that you're confused about, you getting the answers to. 8 of Cups, 5 of Wands, 5 of Pentacles, the Star, and the Wheel of Fortune. And that's in your outcome position, so that's good. Oh, shoot, you can't see it. Let's see. Hmm. There you go. Okay. Hopefully you can see a little bit more now. This tripod a little rocky. Okay. And at the bottom of the deck, you got the Hermit. And remember, I was saying the answers are within. You got the Hermit card, a card of self-reflection, finding the answers within, going within and finding the answers for yourself. Kind of, it's kind of similar to this card right here. But in your current vibe, you have walked the Eight of Cups, which is walking away from something that maybe no longer serves you, no longer feels right to you anymore. Let's look. Let's get a clarifier. Why is the Eight of Cups here for current vibe? You got a few cards that flip. Look, the Hierophant, Queen of Swords, Six of Wands, Page of Wands, and Four of Cups. And we got a card of rigid thinking. You know, to me, the Hierophant is one of them cards of a tradition, but it could be a card to me about doing things the way they always been done. And this could just be in your personal life. And I feel like you kind of walking away from that to get to go to something new, especially with the taking a risk card and expansive. It's like not staying in a certain type of box is what I'm getting. It's like you moving out of that. And that's what's changing for you, moving out of a way of thinking also, and being receptive to something more, especially within you, especially and overcome that way of thinking, overcome doing things the way they always been done. It's almost like you ready for the new, or it's to try something new. But then it's like it's that energy here where you kind of, it's like you excited about something. You're not really happy where you at, but I feel like it's a sense of fear of not wanting to take that type of risk. But I see you moving out of that energy. I feel like it's something that's just brewing up inside of you, because let's get a Clark. Why is this Eight of Cups here? For what's the current vibe? Nine of Cups, Ten of Swords, Three of Wands. King, look at that. You got a lot of look at all this. You got a lot of new energy. The Chariot, the Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. Yeah, it's kind of like growing beyond your current circumstances. I feel like there have been things that you kind of followed your heart with, or moved down a certain path and it didn't end well for you, and there was a sense of you kind of like placing that thought pattern, or using that, letting it affect the way you see your future. You get what I'm saying? And so what's really changing for you is that you moving out of that energy to where you can see more for yourself, is what I'm getting with these cards. You're not going to be able to see them all because I don't know what happened. At first it was making it to where you can see all the cards, but now I don't know, this camera shifts on its own. I'm gonna have to learn how to fix it. But yeah, I see you moving beyond um maybe disappointments from the past, things that you've tried, even in relationships, because we do have love here, over here in the corner. This is what was underneath the card of compassion. Maybe you just show a lot of compassion for others, and then I have the card of faith underneath here, and that's with expansive. It's like growing beyond your current circumstances and having a faith to believe in something new. You have taken risks. That's taking a risk. But underneath the deck you have success, so whatever you do, and then you have community, so there's a sense of support that's going to be there for you. I feel like, or maybe you want to put yourself out there on the internet or something like that. And I feel like where you at right now, It's just like that transitional stage. Like, look, right here is no longer fulfilling for me, so I'm just finna move on. But if you like kind of confused, I feel like any answers that you need is coming your way, and that's one of the biggest changes. So you can feel like you have a sense of direction. For what's shifting and stirring beneath you, we have the Five of Wands. This is a card of opposition. So let's see why this is here. What's stirring beneath the surface? Why is this Five of Wands here? For what's stirring beneath the surface? The build up. This is like the build up card. What's building up? Look, Five of Swords. This is a challenge. These two challenging cards. You got 555 here, which is the end 5 here. So a lot of fives in your reading, which is about challenges and changes. The Sun. So to me, with the Sun underneath the deck, the Queen of Wands and the Six of Pentacles, this is saying what's coming up beneath the surface is a lot of things that you, because I do see you struggling with clarity right now, what direction, how to go about everything, maybe feeling a little insecure or conflicted in if you should take a risk or not. But I see the answers coming to you. And I feel like most of those answers going to come through either dreams, through your intuition, or through things like your soul, because of this card right here. That's what this card talks about. And so I feel like, with that being said, to just trust, because it's gonna come from a place where in the physical world you may not really see it, like how it come together, but it always does come together. Because this is about the Sun is about complete enlightenment too, or direction. It's a successful card, but it also could be a card of illumination, where something was kind of like foggy, like your thoughts and what actions to take, especially with the Swords and the Wands. It seems like you're going to move past that and get the clarity you need to push forward. Okay. Now, in your position of what's coming in hot, we have the Five of Pentacles. I don't feel like this, because this is about big changes ahead, but it's in like a positive sense. Okay. So let's see. Why is the Five of Pentacles here for what's coming in hot? The big energy. Why is the Five of Pentacles here? Okay, we got a lot of cards. Breaking free. There you go. Especially in the mind, especially with the kings, because to me, kings build. And this is about being strategic, and how you're going to bring something to your reality, how you're going to nurture it, especially when it comes to your own happiness, things that make you happy, where it's like you feel like at this point you lack that. Like you lack that direction, or your world is, this could even be finances. So this could be what's coming in hot. If, like, say in your finances or your health, you having like struggles, you feel like you in the cold, you feel like you don't have enough. I see what's coming in hot is solutions, and how you can get things started, maybe starting to plan things and nurture them and grow them. Okay. And it's going to lead to your ultimate happiness, especially with your outcome being the Wheel of Fortune. Now, in actions to take, we have the Star. And then over here, you have a card of faith. So let's see what actions you need to take. There's the one thing that comes with the Star is a sense of hope and faith. Okay. Three of Cups. Temperance. Give me one more. Why is the Star and the Three of Cups for actions? Page of Cups. Star is a card of hope and faith and direction and destiny. I feel like this is moving in a path that like your North Node type of stuff. It's reading to see more like a person who's spiritual and want to go down a spiritual path. Kind of know what they want to do, or if they kind of unclear about the direction to do it, then the answers is coming to them. But with the star, I feel like your biggest action is to basically kind of believe in yourself, to see more for yourself, you know, especially with taking the risk, to be able to take that risk. And faith is like a blind thing. But one thing, in hope, being hopeful is a blind thing in certain sense, because, but you got to think about like this: anybody who has ever been successful on some level had some form of faith. They had faith in themselves, they have faith in a higher power. They just like kind of, it requires it, even if they don't like kind of know that they had it or not. It's just like that. And with the Three of Cups, I feel like this is about, I'm kind of getting this energy of, as you moving down your path with whatever this is about celebrating your little wins too, or getting more excited. Or this could also be about building, because you did have the card of community there, like creating a social circle around people that's like-minded too. Because it may give you a little boost of like hope too, like seeing people in this like whatever field. If this is like a career, seeing people or whatever field like yours, like seeing them do it and connecting with them would be an awesome thing for you. Especially if this, you more spiritual than the average person. Maybe you could join some chat groups or something like that. That's how I see it. I feel like with you, it's kind of healthy for you to be around people like-minded. This is also talking about, like, I know you've had some disappointments, but closing this out and starting to go towards things that you're passionate about. You see, you got the food. Do you already have the food out there? You got the food and taking risks. Even if you've had previous disappointments, you know, it's this, the food 2.0 is about getting up and trying again. And whatever within you that's holding you back or limiting you and restricting you, it's time to kind of shine light on that. And how can I put it? Like, it's time to transmute and transform it. Now, in your outcome, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Let's see. Why is the Wheel of Fortune here? All yours got a heck of cards coming out every time. Judgment. That's a card of resurrection. Maybe this about you feeling, uh, you know, feeling like you finally getting back. It's like a card from rising from the dead is what I'm trying to say. But the Wheel of Fortune, you have the Moon, you have the Nine of Cups, and the Six of Wands. I feel like, and this is about where this could lead you. This is about a big shift in energy where you were uncertain about what you want or how to create the success you want. Now it's like a change in fortune for you, to where now you see everything, all that's uncertainty and that fear and that doubt, you start to see the things that you want actually come in. So basically this is about finding the answers, getting the answers you need is your biggest change. And then the answers you, oh God, sorry y'all. And then taking that information, taking a risk and growing past that and being more compassionate with yourself. I feel like for some of you guys, you could be hard on yourself a little bit. Now, let's let's look into our shadow or the challenges. Now, this is not to create fear. What the shadow and challenges is a way to bring awareness to something that could hinder, block, or distort your energy. Okay. Let's see, what can hinder or block or distort the energy? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just now coming back. I'm a little all over the place. I got to get used to this. I've been gone for a while. Let's see. What warnings do we get about block or distorting the big energy? The Nine of Wands. And that's just about, I know you've been through a lot when the Nine of Wands come out, because it's kind of like the wounded warrior card. So what can distort the energy is maybe just continuing, like we got going all the way back to the beginning of the reading, continuing to do things like they've always been done. That can distort the energy. It's time for you to try something new, to grow beyond your current circumstance. You have the Ace of Pentacles. There you go. Yeah, it's like this is an opportunity that you haven't, but one way you can distort the energy, and look, the Chariot. This opportunity is leading to success. You see it right here. But one thing that can distort the energy is the Nine of Wands. Letting the past, letting everything you've been through make you kind of resist this new opportunity and continuing on the same path, because that can block that energy. And this is about building. And the same thing I said about community too. And look, Ten of Pentacles. This is what you're on. Look, this is what Spirit is saying. If you take that risk, take that chance, and do something different, this is what you have to look forward to. The Ten of Pentacles, something long term, and this could be about wealth and building and creating something successful for you. Okay, and this is where they want you to put your energy in. Let's focus on putting that energy towards something new instead of continuing down the same path. Now let's get a few more cards for you. Yeah, let me shuffle. I ain't feeling about right. That one feel about right. What was Pile 3? Big energy shifts ahead. What do you want to tell Pile 3? Underneath the deck, look, rise above. You will gain clarity on this current situation when you can see it from a higher perspective. And that's similar to this card. And look, the colors are similar too. Wow. Okay, the golden star. The stars are lining up for the perfect opportunity now. There you go. Soul searching. It's time to go within and uncover your true feelings. This is all the stuff we kind of talked about in the reading and collaboration. Say yes to exciting new activities, exciting new opportunities and partnerships that are coming your way now. There you go. So it's kind of just talking about the same thing we talked about. So those are your messages. I hope this helps. Bye. Welcome, Power Forward, to your reading. Okay, we're going to look at what big changes, what big energy ahead, what's changing for you. And you have the card of stuck energy. Number 8. You also have taken a risk. Liberation. The doubles and fears, the doubts and fears still come up. You don't believe anymore that they're you. So this is like you, whatever stuck, you liberating yourself from. You deciding to take a risk, and patience. And I feel like this is a card of advice to be patient with the process. Or maybe you have felt like you have been being patient, and now it's like, okay, what's going on? But let's get some more. Oh, underneath the deck, taking a risk. So you have truth. I have them sitting over here on the side. You have inspiration. So feeling inspired. And let's trust our intuition, okay? Also, with this card coming out and what's changing, I feel like you're going to get intuitive hits about how to get out of this stuck energy. But let's get your cards, okay, before we start. Pile 4. Okay. 5 of Pentacles. This card sticking out. I'm going to take that too. 8 of Wands. Sorry, you can't even see that. Let me try to get it in there a little bit. There we go. Okay. Three of Wands. Okay. You have the Two of Cups. And you have the Fool. And that's your out card that's in the outcome position. Oh, look, underneath Truth, you have openness too. This failed. That's why it came up. And I'm going to try to put them in there when I'm being called for. Yeah, with this stuck energy card about what's changing, this energy is changing for you. Something that you feel like is stuck. It could be a job. Maybe you feel like you don't like your job, but you have to stay there because of the money. That's something that card talks about. It also talks about being stuck in a relationship. And I do see the Two of Cups here, but let's see. In your where you at now position, we have the Five of Pentacles. So feeling like you stuck with no answers, not stuck out in the cold. This could be financially too. And I was trying to clarify it, but Temperance came out. Yeah, it's kind of the Temperance is kind of, it is a card of patience. So this feel like you've been in right now. You feel like you've been in a sense of lack in some. It could be financial, it can be health wise with the Five of Pentacles, but it just feel like this stuck energy. You haven't been getting the answers or what to do about it to get unstuck, and you kind of feel like you just lacking direction or how to get there. And I feel like it's something because you have taken a risk, and that's a card to me always about maybe trying to do something new or do something different to me. Underneath the deck, you got Hermit. So it's like you've been trying to figure out the answers, but I feel like there's a lack of answers coming to you. And I feel like, let me see what else is under here. Yeah, see, that's that dissatisfaction. It's like, okay, where I'm at right now, I'm not really feeling this. I want more to come. So let's look. Let's look in this in your what's shifting or stirring beneath the surface. You have the Eight of Wands. So why is the Eight of Wands here for what's stirring beneath the surface? This is about movement. So that energy is definitely coming in. It could also be about communication. Maybe, something happened to her. For some of you guys, somebody communicate an idea to you. You probably even, for some of y'all, it's more than likely going to come from your intuition, like some type of idea. Oh, and look, you have detachment under there and energetic clearing. So you are finna get out of this. Then under that, you have ease. I do see invite divine flow and invite help. So it seems like some type of answer is finna come some way for you to get unstuck. This card also talks about personal power. Like there is a way to get unstuck. You just may not be seeing it right now. Okay. So let's see what's stirring beneath the surface. Two of Swords. So all those answers with the Two of Swords coming out under as a clarifier underneath the Eight of Swords, the Eight of Wands, to me that's saying like the answers that you need are coming. It's going to be some type of solution coming to your situation to help you move forward. Yeah, it's definitely going to be something intuitive for a lot of y'all. Some intuitive answers coming your way. And I feel like this is going to create some type of change or optimism in your energy. Yeah, it's like you've been going at this for a long time. And it's kind of at that point where you fed up and you over it. That's the energy I'm seeing in the cards. But let's see what's coming in hot. And what's coming in hot, the big energy is the Three of Wands. And that's beautiful, especially when what's coming in hot. That's a way forward to me, like a future forward energy. Okay, so this is how I'm finna get this done. Why is the Three of Wands here? Nine of Wands, yeah. So when I see the Nine of Wands with what's coming in, how this is really talking about perseverance. You're gonna be inspired to be like, even though you feel like you've been through enough and been through a lot, and I understand. I've been in positions like that too. I feel like you finna find a shift, a way to move forward. Yeah. It's like you've been moving through some stuff, some stuck energy for a long time. And it's like you could have been processing some emotions due to a relationship for some of y'all, or something that was very painful that you've been going through. And you've been stuck in that energy for a long time. This could be a relationship. Maybe someone kind of like broke up with some of you guys, and or just abandoned the relationship. And since then you've been healing and growing. But if you feel like I don't know, if you feel like you just, the energy is just feel real stuck to me. Now let's look at this actions to take. We have the Two of Cups for what action to take. That's interesting. Let's see. Why is the Two of Cups here for what action to take? And this could definitely indicate someone giving you advice. Why is the Two of Cups here for what action to take? Look at that. That's interesting because the Nine of Pentacles is like a feeling good in your own skin, like a single card, like feeling good about who you are and stuff like that. And this is about love and support. This could be, um, say this is a relationship that you kind of feel stuck in. This could be about the need to have your own identity within a relationship. Like I just see that there, because there could be like some type of conflict you have with a soulmate or something from the past. You feel like in the past you may have worked with this person, you've been with this person. Some of you guys could have been with, if this is a relationship, you've been with this person for a long time. And it's like you've been having a hard time. If y'all broke up, you've been having a hard time starting over, to me. But other than that, I just see new energy coming in. But I'm wondering why this Five of Wands is here. If this is a relationship, maybe y'all clashing a little bit, arguing and stuff like that. Let me see. Give me a little bit more for what action to take. Why is the Two of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles here? Okay. A lot of y'all, this is a decision about a relationship. With the Two of Pentacles coming out, this is almost, do I want to stay together? Should I leave? Like this relationship is going nowhere. A lot of arguing, a lot of fighting, a lot of disagreements is what I'm seeing. But I also just also see the opportunity, the actions that you need to take is to kind of figure out what do you want to do first. If this is a relationship, even if this is something not pertaining to a relationship, you just feel stuck in a job that you don't love. This is about, maybe say this is a job or career and you kind of want to take a risk and go your own way. This is about making that final decision. What would you want to do? Because I say this a lot. I'll say this in all the readings about the Two of Cups. Sometimes I feel like you can be so connected to maybe a goal or a dream or a business, something that you want to start, to it all, it's just something you love to do. And it comes up with the Two of Cups with me a lot. But this also can be a relationship. Whatever it is, it's like it's time, your action to take is to decide which way you want to go. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean if you have a job that you have to quit your job and completely go into business. You can do one, you can do both at the same time for a while. But there's definitely need to be a sense of which way I'm going. And then with the Knight of Pentacles, it's like to begin to plan and make moves that way. Because you might get some good news once you start this, or just a new sense of direction here, starting something new. Like say if you've been working all your life and you want to go towards entrepreneurship, which I'm seeing with the Nine of Pentacles, then it would be a learning process. So while you're in that learning process, you would have to work until you get things where you need them to be. And then you have that slow and steady energy, making steps towards exactly where you want to go. That's what this is saying. Now, in the outcome, we have the Fool, which is the same card as this one, which it talks about taking a risk. This is both taking a risk and like taking a leap of faith. So let's see, what's the outcome? And this is like basically potential, like the power potential. If you was to follow the advice you have with what action steps to take, where it could lead you, you have the Fool, and that's a new beginning. So it could definitely lead you to out of this stuck energy into doing something new. You have the Five of Wands and the Hierophant. Five of Cups, Eight of Cups. Yeah, you know what I'm saying with the this is a new beginning where you kind of like exploring your options. It kind of got some fantasy, a sense of fantasy to it too, like where you stuck and you just like fantasizing about how things would be if you could just move out of this energy, you know, because it's kind of making you a little upset. But I see with these cards clarifying the Fool, it's like it can lead you out of this energy of confusion or just feeling unsatisfied, especially with this Five of Wands. This is like conflicting energies, and same as the Two of Wands. It's like a power struggle you having, and then part of your power struggle is a sense of belief in yourself, and that's another thing this card talks about. So it's going to lead you out of this, the struggle and the a sense of doing things the way you've always been doing. I said that in another reading too. I feel like that's what's coming up a lot. Like a shift, the biggest shift for a lot of people is to get out of the mundane, the way they've been doing things, out of fear of failure. And I see that here with you too, because you do have the power to get out of this. Now we're gonna look into the out like a bonus part, and it's going to be about shadow or challenges you may face. This is not to scare you or discourage you, but this is to kind of like bring it to your awareness so you won't block or distort your energy during this shift. Okay. Okay, what challenges or shadow energy should Pal 4 be aware of? Four of Pentacles, and that can signify a comfort zone too. So even if this like a job, you may just be, it's like a sense of discontentment, because I do have the Four of Cups here, but also Six of Wands. Sorry, let me just show it to you. But there's also a sense of knowing where taking a risk is kind of the unknown. You have the Four of Swords, Seven of Wands, the Hermit, and the Four of Cups. Hmm. Ten of Cups, the Moon. For some of you, there could be family involved with this. For you, I see one of your challenges being more of, and I'm not trying to be offensive, more of a sense of pride. You know, it's like you, I feel like one thing coming up for you is to just ease your mind too with the Four of Swords. It's like maybe you kind of sit there and it's a sense of all the challenges that may come with it. And this is about doing some soul searching to start to believe in yourself. This is Leo and Mars. And that's really about that action and being able to believe in yourself and go against things no matter what it brings towards you. It's kind of like fighter spirit, but fighting because you believe in yourself, no matter what obstacles come your way. And I feel like for you, the challenge is finding that within yourself. Like, you know what, I can do this. No matter what comes my way, I can figure it out. Because here it's like you're not happy. So make sure that you're not just focusing on that happy, that was not making you happy, and see how you can find solutions to this stuck energy. Okay. Because for you it's overcoming, I feel like your biggest challenge is overcoming the mind. And when I say the mind, is like what I just said, like kind of like rehearsing what could happen, because you have liberation here. So let's get you a few more cards. Power four. What else would you like power four to know? These cards big. Yeah. It's underneath the deck. Dreams. Your dreams may be more vivid and intense than usual. And that could be talking about physical dreams, but I feel like this talking about like your actual dreams too. Kinder souls, you are currently experiencing many challenges, many changes in your relationships and friendships. Perfectionist, keep your standards high and honorable, but let go of the need to be perfect. And supernova, an aspect of your personality, ego self, must die to make a way for new and shiny stars to be born. So this is letting go of whatever is holding you back, especially like the need to be perfect. Maybe you that type of person where you kind of look around and be like, oh, this need to change before I do it, and a lot of excuses like that are is I just see that in with these cards together. Like maybe it's like always waiting until the right time. And I feel like Spirit is saying that maybe there isn't a right time. It's time to start. The right time is now. So you can shift the energy, okay? Because there is a sense of breaking free of certain fears here, you know? So you can be happy. I also see for some of you guys, another thing that's coming up is wanting to protect your family, like making sure your family okay, and nothing wrong with that. But I do see, can I get one for this supernova, please? Yeah. So it's something, some aspect of you, and it could be perfectionism that's kind of creating some type of burden for you, and it's making it hard to move forward. And it's like this is about when it's say an aspect of your personality, ego self must die to make way for very. I'm sorry, yeah. An aspect of your personality, ego self, must die to make way for a new shiny star to be born. And this is about what's looking within you, learning what that is that's weighing you down. Ego. What part of your ego is weighing you down, and to so you can break out of this, okay? That's what I have for you. I hope it helps. Bye.